Madisons Henry Vilas Zoo has some exciting news to share.
2 new residents will be moving to Madison as soon as their home in the zoo's Arctic Passage exhibit is finished.
Today we visited with Zoo Director Rhonda Schwetz to check on the exciting project and to hear the big news. Well, Rhonda, there's some very exciting news here at the Vilas Zoo.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited to announce that for our Arctic Passage exhibit, we have 2 female grizzly bears that we've identified that are going to be our new residents here at Henry Vilas Zoo. We're super excited about this.
Where are they now?
Well, right now they're at the North Dakota Zoo, and it's really kind of a cool story because basically these were bears that were born in the wild, and their mother and their grandmother were both nuisance bears, meaning that they were just a little too comfortable with being around people and breaking into campsites. And in fact, they had to relocate the grandmother over 11 times to try and keep her away from people. And what ended up happening was she broke into a farm and raided the pig farm, and she became too dangerous. So unfortunately, those 2, mother and grandmother, had to be euthanized, leaving 4 orphan cubs, and we're just thrilled that we can be helping out by taking 2 of them.
When you hear a story like that, though, it's a little scary.
Yeah, and actually that's what we want to do. We really designed our grizzly bear exhibit so that we could tell the story of human-bear conflict and why sometimes just thinking you're helping by feeding the bears is the worst thing you can be doing for them.
It's a teaching opportunity.
Really, it is.
It's pretty exciting for zoo visitors to see grizzly bears here for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it's been several years since we've had grizzly bears, and these 2 girls are 3 years old. They're sisters, they're young and energetic, and they're going to be tons of fun to watch.
And this is their new home behind them.
This is the new home, yeah. The walls that you are looking at are actually part of their exhibit, and way back there, the far wall is their holding, their dens they can go sleep in at night.
How big is the Arctic Passage exhibit?
It's 1.7 acres. It's the largest exhibit we've ever built here at Henry Vilas Zoo.
That sounds like it's pretty expensive, and you're still raising money for this.
We are still raising money for this. We have closed in on the announcement. We're in the public phase of our campaign. We've got about $700,000 left to raise, and to kick us off in that last bit, we've had an anonymous donor come forward, and he will donate $50,000 to the Arctic Passage if the community can help us raise an additional $100,000. And our goal is to try to do that by the end of October. So we've already had tremendous support from across Madison. We're looking for a little bit more.
How can people do that if they're so inspired?
They can do that by contacting the Friends of the Zoo office. They can do that by going online to www.vilaszoo.org.
When do we hope to cut the ribbon on this?
Well, we are really hopeful that it's going to be for summer of next year, so it's coming up fast. So hopefully we'll be seeing you out here when that happens.
What other species will be here besides the grizzly bears?
So we're also have designed it for polar bears, and we've designed it so that eventually we could have a breeding pair of polar bears and polar bear cubs. We even have a den, a mother's maternity den that we've built into the exhibit so mom can feel nice and snug when she's about to have her cubs. And then we're going to move our current harbor seals out of the center of the zoo over to that building right behind us. You see that window? That'll be the first time zoo visitors at our zoo will be able to see harbor seals swimming underwater. We're actually considered cutting edge with our design in this Arctic Passage exhibit with sustainability features, such as an underwater storage tank that will save us over 2 million gallons of water a year. And we couldn't have done that without Joe Parisi, the county, and the community, and the Friends of the Zoo all pulling together. So it's been a fabulous working relationship and partnership.
We can't wait.
Yep.
We can't wait to see them.
Either.
All right.
So there you have it,
Yeah.
2 new grizzly bears.
And there's also going to be a restaurant, by the way, so you can, while you're eating, you'll be overlooking the grizzly bear exhibit. That'll be
An
spectacular.
indoor restaurant, the first time ever at the
Yep,
Henry
that's
Vilas
right.
Zoo.
The construction of the Arctic Passage is on schedule, and the zoo, as she said, is hoping to cut the ribbon just about this time next year, next summer.
And the grizzly bears don't have names as of yet, but the zoo is hoping the community will help them out with that as well.
And as always, it's all free.
It's all free.
It's
It's
so
amazing.
incredible to
Yeah.
have that in a community this size.
Sure
Very
is.
exciting. Congratulations to everybody at the zoo.